Hey, tap in, tap in. I got some information for you guys. Tap in. How's everybody doing on this lovely day? How's everybody doing on this lovely day? It's actually Friday. It's about to get into the weekend. But y'all know Fridays is kind of my downtime to try to put some education out here for you all. And so today, of course, that's what we jumping into. Um, a thing I've been doing the past for a moment now is actually giving an update on what's coming up in our um, it seems Academy resources because we always have education just going on, and I cannot let you guys miss it at all. So my job is to come on here on Fridays and give you that update. So anytime you need to tap in and see what's going on, Friday's your day. All right. But while I'm waiting for you guys to get on, I just want to kind of get our minds going a little bit. Um, because I want to talk about some hidden income streams that many of us as hair loss professionals never tap into. We're doing hair loss services on a regular basis. We have hair loss clients coming into our chairs. Um, and like I said, we get the money. You know, that's what we do. We spin our chair around. We get our people in. We get them booked up. But many of us do not have not tapped into the multiple streams that are out here. And so, for those of you all who are wanting to know about more about this topic, I want you to tap in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Put hashtag where you put the state that you're typing in from, and if you are catching the replay, I want you to put hashtag live because I want to know who really. Well, you put hashtag replay. Excuse me, hashtag replay so you can let me know if you jumped in. But if you are in right now and watching this, let me know what city and state you are representing because, like I said, I got some things that I want to share with you all about some income streams that you just are not tapping into, especially in this hair industry, period. So I wish that somebody explained this to me years ago. Okay, for years, way back when I got into the hair loss industry, or even the hair industry, period, I was always that person who was trying to figure out how to get um, financially wealthy in this field. Because I mean, we're in a field that people are going to get their hair done, and when they're dealing with hair loss, they're really going to get their hair done. And there's ways that we could position our businesses so we can really generate the revenue that we need to be able to accommodate our clients with these delicate needs. And for my clients who are tapping in, this is going to be information for you guys as well, so you know what is available out here when you're working with when you're experiencing hair loss and needing some things to offset the costs that come with getting our hair styled in the way that is most natural and undetectable. All right. So males, beauty professional guys, we're working harder. All right. We're seeing more clients because we're able to, make them feel better about their current situation. And we're adding services. We keep going to classes. We keep going, paying for trainings. We keep getting certifications, but we are still hitting those income ceilings because we're learning those skills and we're not necessarily applying them in a way that's going to help our business grow. All right. Now, though some of us now, believe it or not, I'm talking to a small population because believe it or not, guys, there are providers out here who are in the hair loss industry who are actually getting paid through multiple payment methods. Okay, now this clients is when you guys tap into because you guys can take advantage of this as well. They're building medical partnerships with professionals in the area, other dermatologists, other doctors, oncology centers, because those medical partnerships are realizing, hey, these people know what they're doing, and they're helping clients that I service. Okay, we're operating less with less dependency on daily operations. There are days that I truly have to take off to do my administrative work, get my client orders in, but I'm not stuck to, it's not limiting my income because those days are now admin days. It's not limiting my income because I take off on the weekends for my family. All right. And it comes down to many of us were not taught how to actually set this infrastructure up for our families, I mean, for our businesses, so we can be more present with our family and still be able to help our business, but it's not us taking a cut because we're taking less days. If you've ever wondered, guys, how people accept insurance, how providers are using medical financing. If you're wondering how some clinics work with veterans and government agencies to bring in revenue, and how to stop depending only on out of pocket payments, I need you to stay here with me, guys, because that's what we're covering on today. I need you to stay in here. And if you are tapping in right now, comment live in the comments so I know who is here with me because I'm talking directly to you. So let me ask you a question. Who feels exhausted when they're trying to increase their income? And the only way to increase this income that we know about is by increasing our appointments. Because that was the way. That was the way of the game. Even when I would go to hair shows, they would talk about maxing out those books because that's ultimately what we want to do. And you still need that concept, okay? But maxing out my books does not have to look like Sunday to Sunday, Sunday to Saturday. All right, because there's eventually a cap. There is only so many heads I can physically do in that time frame. So what happens if for those of us who have these maxed out books and we're still not where we want to be, income wise? Okay, that's more hours, that's more burnout, that's more physical work. And I don't know about you guys. I'm getting a little old. I'm getting older. I can't. I had a day yesterday where I definitely had a little overbooking on accident, and I felt that the whole. I felt that all today. Okay, I started realizing there had to be additional ways to structure my hair loss business beyond traditional beauty methods and beauty models, because I was doing services that I saw I was getting more income for, and or other agencies were able to pay more for because of the type of service that it was. And many professionals just don't realize this. We're used to doing the service that makes us use our maximum creativity and time and labor and hands. And I want you to know that you don't have to do that, guys. Hair loss clients often need support beyond that nice styling that we're doing, that instant gratification of making them look good. They need, and with these needs, because they are dealing with hair loss, they qualify for other options like financing options, reimbursement guidance. Okay. They need things like insurance knowledge. Did they know that insurance can actually cover their services? What do they need to tell their doctor so it could be on their medical record? What medical referrals do they need? Do they need a consult to go to the VA? Who sends the consult? Do they need how do they get a prescription on their record? Or do they need long-term care plans? Are they on a trichology program? How long does it take for their labs to change so we can actually get their hair to grow back? This changes everything when you start really looking into working with these type of clients, because now the payment structure is about to truly change. So, for those of you guys who don't know me, I am Amber McCray West. I'm the founder of Healthy Hair Solutions Corp, where I actually implement a lot of these techniques and foundational things in my own facility. And I'm also the owner of Seamless Academy Resources, where I teach beauty professionals how to maximize their profits in the hair loss industry. I've operated in this hair loss area for this hair loss field for years, and worked with insurance integrations, service veterans. They come to me I have a nice rotation of how my veterans come in. I'm always getting new veterans. We're maintaining the returning veterans. I have my medical relationships with other professionals in this community where I'm able to get referrals from very top tier medical organizations because they know what we actually do. Um, I'm able to help my clients be able to use various resources of their benefits to get coverage for their services. And I have educated beauty professionals nationwide to actually help them be able to do this as well. I've seen students, I have ample students that have become credentialed providers, guys, and opened an entirely new revenue stream for their business. They have medical billers helping them out in their facilities, some of them doing their own medical billing. They're accepting HSA payments. They're have those different partnerships that I mentioned. But it's all because they learned the system. They're still doing the services. They've even elevated their services because they're able to get the appropriate payments to help those clients, um, they're able to get those to help those clients afford the more premium quality services that they need for this daily coverage that they're looking for their, whether it's them growing their hair or having a hair replacement. So I'm gonna give you a quick example. Most providers think that payment options look like just a credit card payment plan, all right, or cash. Like, hey, I'm gonna set up this payment plan for you. You can pay this out, which some people are okay with that, all right. But if you are operating as a medical clinic, a medical hair loss facility, you can now offer other things because now we're credentialed differently. We can do the insurance reimbursement pathways or bill insurance of ourselves, be the actual biller ourselves. We could do the HSA and FSA spending. We could accept those type of payments because our merchant qualification has changed. We're DME providers now. We can offer medical financing beyond just the care. I mean, I'm not against Afterpay because I accept Afterpay, Klarna, you name it. But now I could get on with Care Credit and Cherry, a medical financing company that has a lot of interest free plans and programs for our clients, so they're not catching all of those fees that they might catch with their credit cards or a loan. We got government funded programs. Like I said, you can be partnered up with the Veteran Affairs Hospital guys who pay prosthetic providers, vendors, prosthetic vendors to help service their veterans. And then, like I said, flexible financing options. I could offer payment plans for my clients that are more affordable to my clients who need these services. And when clients have options, guys, now our conversions improve. Our conversation can change with these clients. All right, we can have a more. They know that we have did the work to do what we need to do to help them. All right, everybody agree? Does anyone, or maybe I'm not even gonna say that, do you agree? Did anyone know that these options existed? And if you did not know, type a one in the chat. If you did know, type a two in the chat. If you knew that all these options already existed, type a one in the chat. I mean, type a two in the chat. If you did not know, type a one in the chat. I gotta make sure you're listening because we do things in order, and I want to trick your mind a little bit. So if you did not know, or maybe you did know, and you're like, okay, I know about this stuff, but I don't know how to implement it. And y'all, I'm big on that. There's so many things. I tell people like it's so easy to run off the fundamentals of things. Like, okay, we know, all right, you got hair loss. Insurance covers hair loss. We already know that, right? But did somebody tell you how to actually set that up? Or, oh, I have hair loss and I can use my HSA card. What if I didn't know I even had an HSA card? How can we find out? How can we find out what service is covered on this HSA card? What does my swipe machine need to be categorized so I can accept those type of payments? So, like I said, it's a lot of people that talk. These are things that you can Google. Clients can even Google this stuff. But as the person who's offering these services, do you know how to implement these things? And if you do not, this is why, exactly why, I created my upcoming 3-day medical hair loss business challenge. Because there's information I scattered all online, guys. We see it. People do quick reels and all that shoot. I have a few reels that give a little snippet. But I do these lives and these trainings, guys, because I want you guys to really be able to organize everything into one place. Okay. In 3 days, we want to really put together everything that you need to know so you can implement this with the skills you already have. You guys are already trichologists, you guys are already barbers, you guys are already stylists, you guys are already hair loss practitioners, wig makers. You guys already have the skills, you're already doing the services, but you may not be getting the payment that you deserve. And so one day, on day one, guys, we're going to dive into pricing and positioning. How to price these services that you guys currently have. How to structure packages because insurance payments do not pay for a one-time service. Insurance payment is paying for your whole, what's lasting you for a year. They're paying you every year, okay? Paying you by the year. Same with the VA. Are they paying twice a year? Are they paying once a year? We need to know what are we paying for. They're not going to pay for that one time the person come and get some crochets. That's not what they pay for. And we're not going to just be overcharging and not delivering what our payments are getting because we're keeping integrity as well. I'm not going to say I did a sew-in and I'm about to charge $1,000. That's not what we're going for. But we can leverage it in a way that, hey, like I said, this person needs these amount of systems in a year. Maybe my ladies need 3 or 4 units in a year. Well, if I know insurance is going to pay one time, we're going to make sure we get the things within that requirement that she needs, he or she needs, so they can be covered for the year, for example. And then in that day one, too, we want you to stop undercharging. I'm going to help you guys figure out what is your hourly rate that all your services need to be based off of the expenses and things that you have, your overhead, your lease, how much do you have to spend on products that you are using for your clients. These things have to be considered when you're setting your prices and offering these services, that they're premium services, but they're premium products that are being used here. On day two, we're going to dive into credentialing and payment integration. We're going to talk about insurance basics, medical financing, government resources, additional payment methods, and how providers begin positioning themselves differently. We really want you guys to truly understand how to get into these companies. And I'm not just going to talk about doing it. We're going to actually do the applications online. We're going to go ahead and set up these things so you can get started on that. Okay. And then as far as the back end systems and workflow, we want you guys to know, once you got this going, what does an operational flow look like for your business now that is offering these other type of systems, and what can you do to make sure that you're not burned out and you have the help you need. So what is what does the admin day look like? What is it that you're doing on administrative day? Or what admin systems do you need in place? Do you need some automations that's going to help communicate with your clients when they submit the different documents that they're submitting to come into your appointment? How do you set this flow? Team support. Do you have a team that's working with you? Do you need a team? Claims and processing. How do you set up? Who's doing your claims? Are you credentialed to be able to start submitting claims? Client communication. Who is communicating with your clients? How do a new client who is looking to work with you? What do they need to do to reach out to you? Or when they reach out to you, is there some type of way they can find you on your page? Do they go to a link? Is there a blast that goes out to them? There's ways to different talk to your clients. Anytime I have a new client that's coming in, we're getting on a discovery call, and there's a calendar link that's going to send the reminders to jump on and let's have a conversation about what they need. Now there's an email that goes out to send them the documents and the questionnaire that I need them to fill out so they can come in for their consultation. And a lot of this stuff is done automatically, or I have some type of assistance that's going to be able to communicate and find the patient eligibility benefits for me. Y'all see how that whole flow happens? There's no way I can do all that by myself. I had to put some things in place so I'm not burnt out with the type of clientele that I'm dealing with. And I want you guys to be able to build sustainable operations so you can do this. You don't want somebody to you don't need somebody to have to hold your hand. You've been running your business for quite some time. But we do want once we set you up, you'll be able to run and do what you need to do. So nobody has to do that. This challenge is for those professionals who are truly wanting structure, not random information. This is not just the informational 3-day challenge. This 3-day challenge is going to come with handouts and actually working calls. All right, we're going to be working and building through these things for you guys to sustain, to go ahead and get started. When you leave this 3-day challenge, you're going to be working and operating in the things that we have set up for you. So imagine knowing this, knowing how to position your business beyond your traditional salon services. You don't have to stay there. How to create additional payment opportunities for your clients. How to build systems instead of depending on yourself only. Y'all, we limit ourselves when we think that we're supposed to be doing everything, and we are supposed to do majority of it. But when I'm saying there are other, we're going to redo a whole lot of brain surgery in this, guys. There's a lot of other and that's what my coach used to say. We got to do brain surgery. Okay, get you right. Because there are other things that you have to think beyond what you may know current day. But that's what we're here to help you on that so you can transition. How to build systems instead of depending on only yourself, like I just mentioned. How to elevate consultations and authority. You are that hair loss expert. You are the person who has a solution that client needs. Let's make the shift. Okay? So if you're saying, I need another stream of income, I want to work smarter, you think you might need to get another job, I want my business positioned differently, I'm curious about insurance or medical integration, this is the challenge for you guys. This is the challenge that you need to get into. And enrollment is open now because our next 3-day challenge is this Sunday starting at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want you to type challenge down in the chat if you are going to join in our next 3-day challenge. It is virtual. And we'll be meeting for the next 3 days. That's Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday from 7 p.m. Eastern Time to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you're going to love it. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity, guys, to really position your business and transition you from a salon to a medical hair loss facility. So type challenge in the comments below or click the link in my bio to register so you too can get in on this 3-day challenge and not miss out on getting out of that cap that we keep running into with our income. I thank you guys for tuning in on this Friday, and I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.